We're going to be opening up here our third online lesson, and I just wanted to remind you that this process is new to us all, and so there's bound to be some confusion or awkward moments where I trip over my words. I don't script these, and so that's kind of the fun of it. Feel free to email me any questions or let me know when you are confused, and let's get going. So, today we're going to be working on learning how to use the compass rose. Before we do, we need to know what the compass rose looks at. To remember how this works and how you can remember it when you're not looking at the compass rose, please refer to our last video on parts of the map. So, to remind you all, it's never eat shredded wheat or never eat soggy waffles. Those are our cardinal directions. Those are those masterful permanent directions that we know and we love. In between those are the intermediate directions. These are northeast and northwest because they are north, east and northwest of our midline. Then we have southeast and we have southwest. Now when we use these and we are comparing 2 points, let's say we're comparing A to B, just here on our sample here, we are looking for this word of in our question. Because if I was to say A is blank of B, it would mean something totally different, well actually completely opposite, from B is blank of A. So here's how we want you to look at it. Of equals from. So, A is blank from B. From B, we have this angle here. If we were to take up that angle and put it on our compass rose, it would look something like this. So, we can say A is northwest of B. Now, if we were to look at the other way and do this, oops, sorry about that. Pen's misbehaving. A and do of A. So from A, we have this direction towards B. That direction is like this. We are looking at southeast of A. This little trick of equals from will help you remember how to get between points on a map. So, for the purposes of learning the compass rose, let's use this mythical classroom with the compass rose located here. When we look at these points A, B, C, and D, we realize that we can use the compass to find their orientation from each other. When we try to find the direction between 2 points, we really need to create a sentence. This sentence could read something like A is blank of B, or B is blank of A. When we look at it, of really means from. So if we look at this sentence here, we're from B, where is A? From B, A, from B, A is in this direction. If we were to just pick up the arrow, which we'll do like this, and put it on our compass rose, we would notice that it is pointing in the northwest direction. Now, if we look at B is blank of A, we're looking at from A, where is B? So we will take A and draw an arrow at B. Then we will, in our head, pick up A and place it on the compass rose. You'll notice it is pointing southeast. The key to all this is remembering that of means from. When you think in that way, you will remember that you're looking from that second point. Another example on a larger scale here is this map of the United States, Canada, and Mexico. If we were to look at the sentence, the United States is blank of Canada, again, of means from. So, if we were looking from Canada and looking at the United States, we would be looking in that direction. If we were to pick up these arrows and place them onto our compass rose, they'd be pointing in the southern direction. So there's only one little wrinkle here that seems to trip up most of you and your classmates, and that's this idea of something like this. Pierre, South Dakota, right here, is blank of Canada. And what makes it tricky is, depending on where you are in Canada, you'll actually get a different angle. So if we're over here in Vancouver, we'd actually say from Canada, Vancouver, Canada, it's southeast. But if we're over here in Ottawa, Canada, it's southwest. And if we're in Regina, it's southeast again. And if we're in Winnipeg, it's southwest again. So how do we avoid this mess and confusion of angles? We basically do this. We take and say, generally, and pretty much without exception, Pierre is in the southern portion of the compass rose from Canada, of Canada. And so we can say with honesty and integrity that Pierre is south of Canada. If we were to look at it in another light, Canada is blank of Pierre. Now we're looking at it the other way. Of Pierre means this way. And Canada is north, and it's also northeast, northwest, and everything in between. But the reality is that it is Canada is from Pierre always north of it, at least in the northern portion of the compass rose, so we call it north. That's how we get away with those more confusing aspects like that. So now let us try and understand how to read a key. Keys are like the glossary or dictionary of a map. For more information on keys, make sure you visit our Parts of a Map video. Take a look at this key here. This obviously is about a campground, and what keys are trying to do is choose the symbols which are occurring in the map that people would have to know or have defined in order to understand the map. Really, the map maker is trying to save time and space to avoid using too many labels or written out answers. So if you notice here, you have symbols here, here, and here. Each of these, if we want to find what they mean, can be located here in the key. Rather than simply writing land, or water, or tent, or a camping trailer, they've decided to place these symbols. It's a very simple and useful way to help the reader move faster through the map. What's great about the key is that now our map is not filled with wasteful labels that take up a lot of space. And we can now answer using our knowledge of the compass, which is located right here. We can answer questions based on our map. So let's ask a question.